Welcome back. I wanted to show you how to do Hibernate and reverse engineer a project in Eclipse. So in order to do that, I have to have Oracle installed, the Oracle extensions and plugins, and Hibernate installed. You probably may already have Oracle installed. That was under, in the installation instructions, this site. So I'm going to go out to this site. It was in the resources. I'm going to go out to install new software, paste that site. Maybe not, let's see. There, sorry about that. Okay, try that again. Paste that site, give it an update. And let's see what we get. Okay. I believe it's under Tools. Expand this. Oracle Database Tools. That guy right there. Don't need EE, don't need MAF. Maven Tools would be nice, I guess. Don't need that and that. None of that stuff we need. None of that we need. We're not running J2EE here, and none of the MAF stuff. Just the ones I selected. Oracle Database Tools, Oracle Maven Tools. Next. Terrific. Next. Accept the license. Next and finish. It's going in the background. It's going to restart. Whatever it does from this point forward, it's just going to restart a couple of times. So I'm going to pause the video. I'll be right back. Alright, this came back from the restart after the databases were installed. I know that I have, if I go to Open Perspective, Other, and I should see Database Development. There she is. Excellente. So, if I want to do Database Connections, New. Oracle Database Connections, Next. And it's got a driver installed. Cool. So all this is good. We're ready to go for this one. Next is Hibernate. Hibernate is not a typical plugin. That's done through the marketplace. Go to the Eclipse marketplace and search for Jboss. I'm looking for the Jboss Tools. He's been around for a long, long time. Jboss Tools final 4.4.3 final is the current Jboss Tools, but it may be different depending on when you watch this video. This is the reason why this is done through a sort of a package. You see all these things. If I click finish or confirm, it'll try to install each and every one of these things. I don't want to do that. I want to pick and choose. So if I'm looking, it's Hibernate Tools and Jboss Maven integration. And I think that is it. Just those two things. I'm looking for anything Hibernate. And I'm not seeing it, so I think we're good. Confirm. Accept. Tis thinking. And unsigned content. Terrific. It's going to ask me to restart. I will restart. All right, let's try to do this. No. Let us do this. I'm going to create a new Maven project. A new Maven. There it is, Maven project. Simple archetype. CSE181.cis.edu. I'm going to say Hibernate Maven. New project, Hibernate Maven. Comes out with a POM. Now yeah, there we go. I have a POM that I'm going to steal. I'm going to open this up with Notepad. Copy. Try that again. Copy. and I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to change this to that. Okay. My font preferences is a little bit higher so I can see it. Getting old. Cool, can see it now. That looks good. Fine. Cool. Everything's fine. Spring framework unit. This looks fine. Cool. So, I'll take this and update project. Should push me to Java 1.8. Didn't push me to Java 1.8. Okay, I gotta find me a new sample. Lab stick start. How about that? Rio client. What does that POM look like? Yep, that's it. I missed the build. Build is under version. Okay, open that POM again. This is what forces it to Java 1.8. The statement there. And again, Maven update project. There we go. Okay. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is go to the database perspective. Right-click database connections, new. It's an Oracle database connection. I'm going to call it Amazon DB. Give it a next. Now, this is pretty much exactly what we did. I should have a schema out here called Bert. That's me, Bert. And Bert has a bunch of different tables, right? Course through zip code. And I know that the Bert connection is essentially the same thing as CIC 181, just user and password is different. So host name, that would be host. Same port. The SID is ORCL instead of XE. The username is going to be Bert, and the password is going to be, I think it's still section 1. Section 1. Save the password. Test. Ping succeeded. That means I got all the right information. Cool. It is an Oracle 10G. Next. And all this looks terrific. There we go. So, you can notice after that database connection is made, I can go to Oracle, go to schemas, go to Bert. Look at all my schemas. It almost looks like the same. This is a lousy IDE. I mean, SQL developer, this guy, way better than this. But if you want a quick peek at what it looks like, here it is. All right, and I have a connection, an established connection called Amazon DB. So let's go back over to the Java perspective. I'll go to, let's say, under here. I take it back. There, I'm going to say new, other, Hibernate. You got this because you just did that Jboss stuff. Configuration file, next. Next. Get values from connection, the connection we just made. Database dialect it doesn't know, so you're going to tell it's a Oracle 10G. That's fine. That's fine. No default schema. Don't put this in there. No default catalog. Bert section 1. We're going to say create a console configuration. I'm running the right version of Hibernate. Next. Okay. I want the JDK annotations. The project is already selected. Database connection is already selected. I'm not doing a property file just yet. Options, database dialect, 10G. Finish. I got my configuration file, and it should be right there. Not thrilled with it being right there. I'm probably going to drag it and drop it into the resources side. Okay. I'm also going to create a Hibernate reverse engineering file. Next. Going after that console configuration, refresh. This takes a second, frankly, because it's got to go and look at all the schemas that I have access to. This may take a minute, so I'm going to pause. I'm back. That took forever. What's going on is it's pulling every schema that I have access to, and every schema, all the student schemas. Plus, I'm paying 2 cents a month out there for Amazon. If this was a real database, it would take like 1 second to come back. Anyway, so here's BERT. I'm going to select all those tables from BERT, say include. Click finish. And this is going to write a configuration, a reverse engineer configuration file. Cool. I found something that's tricky. If you can't get to this site, like if this is blocked for you, like I'm going to open up a window and just like pop to the site. Try that again. There we go. See how it's trying to, what would you like to do with this, what would you like to do with this file? Sometimes that's a blocked site. I have an alternative URL for you, but it looks like I can get to it from home. I couldn't get to it from work because it's blocked at work. Alright, so I've got a configuration file. I've got the reverse engineering file. Now, I'm going to pop back over to the Hibernate perspective. I'm going to go to a new run configuration. I can find it, or maybe it was under here. Let's see. There it is. See that run as? I'm going to say Hibernate code generation configurations. I'm going to create one. I'm going to call it Hibernate Maven code gen. Console configuration was Hibernate Maven. Output directory, I'm going to drop it right into my source directory, right under main, right under Java, right there. I'm going to reverse engineer. I'm going to call this package domain, let's say. The XML for reverse engineering is going to be the one that I'm using existing. The one that I already created under resources, I believe. Right there. I wanted to do all this stuff. Make sure all these are checked. What am I going to export? These three. Cool. Nothing in refresh, change, nothing in common changes, apply, and then run. I'm looking down here. Launching Hibernate Gen, 57%. And it is done. So what did it do? It created under my package domain a reverse engineered workspace, really. I've got all the mapping files. I've got all the Pogo classes. There's course, there's enrollment, there's enrollment ID, there's grade conversion. If we open up course, you'll see it has all the attributes. It's got all the constructors that I need. It's got all the getters and setters. If I look at the mapping file for course, it's got all the mapping file complete. And it's generating it through Hibernate, but it's looking directly at the database, how the database is set up. I even get course.home. This is like the DAL layer. These are the methods that do not really attached already. I don't care about that. Delete, merge, find by ID, find by example. The only tricky thing is where I'm doing when I'm creating a session where it's a session factory. I use a different way to create the session factory. I would rather you not generate. I'll show you how to do that. I'll close this again. Delete that package. I'll go through the run configurations again. And nothing changes here. Go to exporters, uncheck the DAO stuff. Give it that syntax, Java 5 syntax, apply. And go back here and say, I just want to, don't care about that, the many-to-many and the one-to-one. Don't want to do those. And none of these guys, how about that? And say run. It's going out, it's generating. And it should return me back just the Pogo classes and the mapping files. Yep. Just the regular Pogo classes and the mapping files. Hope this helps.